Whoa, forgot to flip it over. Hang on. Oh, I'm making a mess. Okay. Now I can see me. Hit my mark. Hey, I did it. This is my excuses and complaining video. I only want to do it one time because from then on I want to speak into my future, the improvements that I'm looking forward to. I sweat bile. It's not a good thing. I push pain meds, way too many for way too long, and have intestinal problems. And the level of pain is hard to imagine. I found an acupuncturist, little wizard, lady wizard named Tony, Healing Edge, Arizona, there you go. And she was able to help reduce the pain meds by 50%. That's a lot. But the first night, the energy outflow coming through my hands was so big that it felt like I had 8 penny nails in my hands. And when I tell people that, they kind of respond like, ooh, they can almost imagine it. But what they can't imagine is that that was a relief from the pain that I have all the time. For the past 6 years, I sleep 10 to 12 hours a day. I am semi-conscious 10 to 12 hours a day, and the remaining moments are precious because I learned that life is not day to day, life is moment to moment, and there are some good ones, and there are some that aren't as good. I don't drive anymore. Pain can overpower the consciousness, and that's never good when you're behind the wheel. Even riding in a car can hurt because of a sudden stop, sudden turn, sudden, oh my gosh. And I can't go out in public unsupervised, unchaperoned, because when I go down, semi-conscious, laying on the ground or on the floor or wherever we are, I try to go to places where I won't be in the way. I don't want to lay down right in the middle of traffic or anything, but, the surrounding people that don't know better want to dial 911. Thinking that they have meds that I don't. I just have to wait for mine to kick in. That's why I'm trying to shoot videos. I'm hoping that I can pass on the information more efficiently than other ways that I'm not good at. See, I am a dyslexic genius. That's spelled Genius. And communication is not a gift. I figured out in 1985, I figured out how the human body was designed to sit, stand, and walk. and that allowed me to be a contractor for decades. And then in 2008, there was a car accident, and I braced on the steering wheel and snapped forward. And then a medical procedure to try to reduce the pain didn't work, and I ended up with pain in between my shoulder blades. It's so big it stops diaphragm breathing. And I like breathing. My upper back was toast long before the car accident. I was a contractor, lifting stuff, carrying stuff, doing all that kind of stuff. My office behind me is one of my masterpieces. I used to love that stuff. But let me show you the hand of God. If I would have listened to him right before the T-bone accident, and swerved right, instead of saying, no, I'll scratch the side of my wife's car, never would have gone through all the trials and what would have happened. My grandpa taught woodshop, and that was back when high school graduates, shop graduates, graduated with the skill set necessary to go get a job. It was a different time, wasn't it? And Grandpa used to say, if the dog wouldn't have stopped the shit, he would have caught the rabbit. What gets me out of bed is that I have excitement, I have passion. I am making progress towards a worthy purpose of helping millions of people learn to breathe better. That was nice. Breathing is good. We used to be a country motivated by passion. We went to the moon. And now we're a politically correct, fear-motivated group of complaining people. 77 years ago, Dale Carnegie wrote that complain, criticize, and condemn are never a sign of leadership. Complain, criticize, and condemn only require looking backwards. Leadership requires looking forwards and create. But we're now a culture where when we get butterflies in our stomach, we label that fear when it might be excitement. You know, Christmas morning, 7-year-old boy, he's got butterflies in his stomach, and it's about not knowing what's in the boxes. Christmas morning is what gets me out of bed. The excitement of not knowing what's in the boxes motivates me during those moments that I have. I have to play the hand that I was dealt, because the information that we are developing is going to help millions of people. And millions of people breathing better is billions and billions of dollars in medical savings, is nothing but good everywhere. And I don't want to ever complain again. I want to speak into my future that I want, instead of looking backwards and complaining of what I had. So if you ever hear me say, watch the video, then that's what I'm talking about, because I'm done with complaining. And so now you can keep your excuses if you want, but I have to be getting excited and moving forward.